HNSN, the fan.
Good morning, Starshine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Feel the beats.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to episode 5, special edition of the VIPs Podcast Global, presented by Sideline Sports Grill, Okinawa, High Navy Life, and Golden Sounds. I am your host, Ethan Jamal, broadcasting from a special place. We are not in our normal studio today, but we are at Sideline Sports Grill in Okinawa, not far from Americatown and the nearby base. Here is the quick rundown for today. In the first half, we got BRYDEN out of Colorado Springs, a future professional baseball player in the making. He will be joining us very soon, in just a short time, to talk about his endeavors. So I'm looking forward to that. He is entering his final senior season at Woodlawn Park, and he wants to come on and talk about what he's got going on. At halftime, we will talk briefly about the NFL, the Jaguars, some college football. I've gotten an email from Knowles Nation once again, trashing the U of them losing. But somehow I don't understand why they keep doing that. Yes, their emails are funny. But hey, FSU, you also lost again. So it's kind of falling on deaf ears. You know what I mean? But at the same time, your email from last episode was spot on. And I will try to cover that later on. We have a very, very stacked show today, so we may have to cover it another time. I also have an NBA take I want to get to with the legendary GOAT, Michael Jordan. We spoke about this way back under the content title, Will MJ become the new NBA commissioner? Or will it be someone from his camp? Someone who is qualified like a Joe D, Magic Johnson, or someone else. The NBA is back, and I can't wait to revisit that at halftime. In the second half, we will replay our interview with our fellow Irishman, Scully, the manager, on Tuesday trivia night here at Sideline Sports Grill in Okinawa, and our interactions with their staff. It was really cool to interview them and hang out, eat some grub, drink a few beers, and hang out with the one and only 1 million beers. It was really cool to hang out with these 3 fellow soldiers who protect the world at all costs. And I want to say personally, thank you for your service. We do appreciate you because, life could be very different if it wasn't for you. And at the same time, if you're not from this region and you're listening to the show for the very first time, you gotta understand, in Japan, genuine conversations with your fellow mates are very hard to come by due to the different culture at hand. It's very different here. But thanks to Sideline Sports Grill Okinawa, they make you feel right at home, serving you what you miss dearly, culturally, and what you want in your stomach. It answers all the cravings. So with that being said, shout out to Jake, Nate, and Dryden. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry we couldn't win the trivia, but overall I had a lot of fun. Also, shout out to Steve the owner and the gentleman from South Korea. Thanks for the tour. And Charles the tax lawyer and his wife Vivian. It was cool to meet them as well. But anyway, we will have all of that of what we just told you to close out the show in the second half. But for now, we will wait for Link to come on, and don't forget to get your instant master's degree on understanding on how we roll on the show. And if you don't understand the culture, we highly recommend you go to highnavi.com/email podcast to get 101. This is a must. Anyway, let's get moving along and talk some sports. Let's talk some baseball in the majors and the upcoming Japan series, where Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks have booked a date with the Hanshin Tigers in the 2025 Japan series after taking down the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters in the Pacific League Climax Series. Final stage, 4-3. It marks the Hawks' 22nd Japan Series appearance in franchise history in their second straight after falling to the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars 4-2 in last year's showdown. As Pacific League pennant winners, the Hawks started the series with a default 1-0 lead and had the luxury of playing every game at home. The Fighters' response to that was, "We will spot you 3 wins to your automatic 1 win in your dome," and the Fighters made the Hawks work overtime and every bit of the series, pushing the series to a decisive Game 6 after falling behind 3-0. Had the Fighters pulled off this reverse Uno, it would have been the first time ever, and I mean ever, a team choked a 3-game series lead in PL history. Luckily for the SoftBank Hawks, they avoided that disaster with the help of an automatic win before even playing, and edging the disaster in the making by a score of 2-1. Now they move on to host the Japan series against the Hanshin Tigers starting Saturday on the 25th at PayPay Dome. And I have to say this, I'm really not feeling the automatic 1-0 lead and all the games playing at your dome. I mean, what the hell is that? You already have the bye winning the pennant. Isn't that enough? Did Japan falling from 3rd to 5th in the GDP rankings hurt that much? That's like giving the Ohio State Buckeyes not only the bye, but a pair of 3 touchdowns and starting from the opponent's side of the field, 1st and goal on their first 2 possessions. I mean, talking about making it make sense. This is a horrible business model. Absolutely atrocious. Come on, Mr. Sarayuki Sakakibara, Mr. NPB Commissioner. You're a smart guy. Be like Electro in the comics and put some energy into these decisions, like you did at Kansai Electric Power Company in Osaka. We believe in you. We could do better than this. As for the majors, where you have the defending LA Dodgers led by Shohei Ohtani preparing their matchup against the Toronto Blue Jays this weekend, I'm pretty sure everyone saw Shohei's phenomenal performance where he put up 10 strikeouts and 3 homers in Game 4, and my man was in full beast mode. And I have to say, he is probably the most valuable player right now. He's got to be. He's already got 3 MVPs, 2 in the American League, 1 in the National, and he's playing for the defending World Series, and he's playing for the defending World Series champion for the Dodgers. And ask yourself this, what are his chances of getting the World Series MVP with that potential back-to-back title on the line? I'd say it's pretty good. I say it's really good to go along with that 100 million endorsement war chest that I see personally all over Japan from the companies like Aquarius, Family Mart, New Balance, Fanatics, Topps, Seiko, Kosei, Hugo Boss, Oakley, Panini, Mitsubishi Financial Group, and Japan Airlines, which I love flying, by the way. And that's not even all of them. Not even close. And it's well earned, no doubt. However, my man, number 4, George Springer, might have something to say about all of that.
The 1-0 pitch. High fly ball. Left field. Arozarena watches it go.
Shout out to Fox TV announcers Joe Davis, John Smoltz with Ken Rosenthal and Tom Verducci on the amazing call. That was a 3-home run banger by Springer. And then after that, Jeff Hoffman strikes out Julio Rodriguez to advance to the World Series, winning it by the score of 4-3 and winning the series in 7, 4-3.
A strike away for Jeff Hoffman and the Toronto Blue Jays. The payoff. And for the first time in 32 years,
They never led in the series until the final out. I just want to point that out. And that also was the first time they won the pennant in 32 years. Back when they went back-to-back in 92 and 93, alongside the GOAT MJ and the Chicago Bulls' first three-peat. I mean, that's how long it was. When my man Dave Winfield, Pat Borders, and Paul Molitor were in the mix. And you know you can never forget about this guy.
Joe has had his moments. 2 balls and 2 strikes on it. Here's the pitch on the way. A swing and a belt. Left field. Way back. Blue Jays win it. The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run in the 9th inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions.
Joe Carter's slammer banger has to be arguably the best moment ever. At the bat to win the title. Not just any title, but back to back. And that's hard to beat. I mean, think about it. Down 6-5, 2-strike pitch, bottom of the 9th. Then Joe goes up there and he bangs a 3-home run walk-off to win it. That is hard to beat. But maybe my man Link BRYDEN can do that. I mean, he definitely has the championship pedigree and is bound to the majors. I'm pretty sure he could pull that off. James, is Link ready? Is he ready to come on yet? Not yet? Any moment? Yeah, I just been informed that Link is almost in the building. But anyway, who you got? Who you got? Dodgers or the Blue Jays in 2025? I mean, it's hard to bet against Shohei though. But Toronto is scrappy. You know there is only a 1-game difference between the two to give them the home field advantage, which the Dodgers have that. And they are very even. Very even. It's really close. It's closer than you really think. And according to SI, the Dodgers have a 6-5 advantage. And Vegas has them at minus 220 to win it. So I say to you again, who you got? Hard to say. Hard to say. I'm going to say Dodgers, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Blue Jays shocked the world. Wouldn't surprise me one bit because they are that good. And speaking of being good, great, and a potential future Hall of Famer, please welcome the Phenom out of Colorado Springs, who holds the record for the most strikeouts. In fact, smashing the record and putting it way out of sight like Wilt Chamberlain's records. He joins us for the very first time on this special VIPs Podcast Global episode presented by Sideline Sports Grill in Okinawa, High Navy Life, and Golden Sounds on HNSN Feel the Beat Radio 2452. Link BRYDEN, what is up?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Doing very well. But real quick, I want to educate our fan base about who you are and what you do. Let's start off with, how did you get started playing baseball?
Well, I started when I was probably around 5. My parents got me into it pretty young, and I honestly just consistently played, and it's kind of just who I am now. It's been with me my whole life, basically, and I've just loved it ever since I was little.
Awesome, awesome. Next, I want to ask you about you breaking your school record at 105 and counting. I mean, how did that feel? Also, what other records do you hold as of right now?
In that moment, in that inning when I was pitching, I didn't even know that I actually beat the record. I was kind of just doing my thing. I was in the inning, I was pitching, and I struck the guy out for the 3rd out, and I'm going back to the dugout, and my coach comes up to me, and he was like, dude, you did it. And I was like, wait, that was it? Like, that was the moment? Like, I just hit it? He was like, yeah, that was it. And he was like, we got to get that game ball back. We got to get that for you, and we got to put a date on it, and so you can keep it as, like, a little memory. So, I mean, that was really cool. And then one of the other records that I'm holding right now for the school is career innings pitched. So I guess I've thrown a lot for the school over my 3 years of being here.
I was also told you helped lead your team to your team's first appearance in the playoffs. Is that right? Is that true?
Yes, that is true. So for our school, I don't think we've been to the playoffs in over 10 years. And we had a really solid group of guys this year. We had some new coaches, and our head coach kind of changed the game for our school my freshman year. So I've been with him his first 3 years of coaching baseball, and we really saw everything we put to work come together, and we made it to playoffs for the first time in a while. It was a cool feeling.
Amazing. Once again, we got Link BRYDEN talking baseball on the VIPs Podcast Global, presented by Sideline Sports Grill, High Navy Life, and Golden Sounds. Link, please share any other high points in your career so far.
For what do you mean exactly?
I'm talking about cool moments, not necessarily school records, those type of high points.
The one thing that kind of pops in my mind is we were facing one of my club buddies' schools, and we were at our home field, and he was pitching, and I actually hit a home run off of him. And so it was really cool to just hit a home run off my buddy and kind of have that competition going between us, and just have that fun moment between each other. And also it was hitting a home run, so that's cool in itself.
Sorry, I think we lost you for a second there. Bring him back, James. We got him back yet? Okay, you still there, Link?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Can you please repeat that real quick for us? Sorry about that.
I was talking about how I was facing one of my club buddies at our home field, and he was pitching and I was hitting, and I hit a home run off of him. And it was kind of a cool moment of just competition between me and a friend, and kind of having that moment of push-pull between us, and it was hitting a home run, so it's cool in itself, but it was also off of one of my old buddies, so it was just a really cool moment, and that kind of just sparks my mind when I think about stuff like that.
What is your mentality for the upcoming senior season?
When I think about my senior year, obviously, since it's my last one, I'm thinking just go all out. I'm going to be the biggest leader I can. My team is really young. Majority of our guys are young. I think we only lost 2 or 3 seniors last year, and we have a lot of incoming freshmen, a lot of younger guys. So I'm just going to try and play to my best ability, have the best season that I can, but also make sure to leave a good trail behind for the next guys, so they can have something to look forward to and know what to do when I'm gone.
Words of wisdom to live by right there, for sure. So do you think you could win the state playoffs?
I think we have a very good chance. Like I was talking about earlier, our coaching has gotten so much better, and before us, kind of the school, baseball was just like another sport, but we've truly tried to change that for us, and the younger guys want to work, our coaches want to work, everybody wants to work, and we all have a really good connection between each other, and I think we have a really good chance to make it very far this year.
We are definitely going to be rooting for you, my man, and supporting you. Just a few more questions left. Are you at a level where you can tap into your, let's say, hidden chi, the Chinese saying, or unlock your take it personal mantra like MJ did back in the day? Do you have that in you?
I think I am kind of at a point. I mean, it's almost something you don't even realize that's happening. Whenever I'm on the mound or in center field, you kind of just get that tunnel vision, and you know what you're doing, you know what plays next, and you just know. And I also think, I kind of have that take it personal side to me, that whether it's a kid or a coach or just someone doesn't believe in me or whatnot, I think that also kind of puts fire under me to go a little further.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You laid the beat down on kids too?
I mean, hey, some kids, they think they can play ball.
Equal opportunity beatdown. I love it. But by the way, what's next after senior season? Let's say if university scholarships and NIL do not pan out, are you willing to take an alternative path and go to the minors and get private workouts, perhaps make the team, and I would say maybe go overseas to Australia, Taiwan, South Korea, and Japan per se, and test your opportunities there? Please enlighten us on your plans?
Yeah, I think I'd love to do really anything like that. I mean, my dream is kind of play at the highest level possible, so whatever path gets me there, I'm willing to go through that, whether that be going out of the country, playing overseas, or maybe going to minors. Kind of any path that I see that fits me best, I'd be more than willing to go through.
Good to know. Final questions. And we would be remiss if we do not ask this. What would be the perfect career for you playing baseball professionally and off the mound? Also, your mom mentioned something about creating opportunities for others like yourself who are financially disadvantaged and in need of additional assistance and guidance outside of scholarships and financial aid, things of that nature. Would you be willing to explore other opportunities to make that happen? Let's say, for example, with us.
Yeah, so I mean, baseball is my passion, and if I could use that to make a difference, I would. A lot of people don't get the same opportunities that others do through financial situations, and if I could develop programs or opportunities for younger athletes that just need that extra support, I think that'd be a really fulfilling path, and that would definitely be another route that I could go.
Much appreciated and well stated, my guy. I really enjoyed this interview. It's been a pleasure. You bring back a ton of positive memories for me personally when I used to play hoops. I love your drive, your desire, and your supporting cast in your inner circle. They are laser sharp. Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you taking your time to speak with me today as well. I enjoyed speaking with you.
That was Link BRYDEN, my man. Such a great character, by the way. I mean, he's got the skills. He's got who's your daddy mantra on lock. I mean, I wouldn't want to piss him off in any game. You just never know what he might do next. He might pull a Joe Carter, Shohei, Cy Young, and Barry Bonds all in one at the same time. I mean, you heard the interview. He will beat your kids or whoever. My man takes no prisoners. He's definitely got what it takes to win. And I can already see all the Link BRYDEN reference emails coming up later in the show. You want to bet? Don't do it. But what you could do is keep it locked right here on the VIPs Podcast Global, presented by Sideline Sports Grill, High Navy Life, and Golden Sounds. Emails and more sports talk is coming up next after this break. Keep it locked.
HNSN, the fan.
ゴールデンサウンズのみんながあなたを恋しく思ってるの知ってる？推測するにもう誰も面と向かって話さないんだね。ここは夜遅くまで出かけているんだ。君も一緒にいた方がいいよ。ここの世界は刺激的だよ。Feel the Beatラジオでゴールデンサウンズのライブをお届けします。ア食のバーでは美味しい料理とドリンクを、何よりも素晴らしい人々と懐かしい雰囲気。2025年には何があるの？なあ、2025年に一体何をしているの？外では誰もが携帯電話に釘付けになって惨めそうに見える。何も追いかけていない。ブロックパーティーも週末のたまり場も楽しい時間もない。ここにいるのがどんな感じだったか覚えてる？ここでは時間は流れない。呼吸する。もしそれを忘れていたらそれが理由だ。ゴールデンサウンズが君を呼んでいる。おい、来るか？迷ってるなら君にはわからない。80年代はネオンライトとミックステープだけじゃなかった。ここにいること、生身の人間と過ごすこと、電話を顔に向ける必要なんてなかった。そして全ては本物でその瞬間だった。ゴールデンサウンズは君がいなくて寂しい。みんなそう思っている。そろそろ君が戻ってくる頃かもしれない。
I didn't think you survived.
On November 7th. from the director of Prey. Welcomes you to a world of hurt. In IMAX.
You're hunting something that can't be killed.
Predator, Badlands. In theaters November 7th. Check local listings for playing times in Asia.
HNSN, The Fan.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Ethan Jamal here from VIP's Podcast Global. As you already know, American football season has arrived, and we are so excited to be back on the air in full force starting September 10th on our radio station and on demand, which can all be accessed on our website. We will be dropping 23 episodes in season 1, covering mostly the NFL and college football and all those lovely emails we always get from our beautiful fans of the show. However, we are also gearing up for season 2 and accepting Gold Club sponsors in Melbourne, Australia, Jacksonville, Florida in the USA, the UK, and Singapore. We are expanding our global footprint and branding with strategic partnerships with 1010XL, Jacksonville, and SEN. This includes working with former pro football players, public figures, and celebrity international DJs to provide you with superlative special events to promote your business. And of course, we are working behind the scenes always with the best digital partners right here on HNSN, Feel the Beat Radio. For more information, please contact us at HiNavi.com. That's HAINAV as in victory, I.com. To claim your partnership, please be informed limited spots are available.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Listen to the Goat Fusion Mix every day. Playing the best of Deep House, Boom Bap, Neo Soul, Drum and Bass, and more. Also check out the Retro Goat Fusion Mix and the Golden Sound.
Playing the best of all genres in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
And don't forget to tune into our live events broadcasting live.
From destinations you love.
Right here on HNSN. Feel the Beat Radio 2452. Feel the beat.
Hey, this is Justin Bieber.
This is Gwen Stefani. Hi, this is Madonna. What's up, you guys? It's Nicki Minaj.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
Baby, don't lie. I don't wanna cry no longer. Yo, DJ.
The best radio station in the world. Is right here, right now.
I had 5 pupils.
Amino science technology, enhance your bioallergen. Boom bap rap on demand, on air we be cashing in. Cybernetic monk with the rope stitched in talisman. Warplay shark, slice a beat like javelin. Chessboard vision, move a rook on higher spin. Infinite knowledge, golden ink on violin. Dusty scrolls, unravel through the lion's den. Woo banger, the cipher never tiring. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. This is the anthem, no stopping. VIP podcast, we locked in. Power Jam, watch me glide like Jordan. A black man sell, yeah, we do this often. Emails to show, have a rant, don't flop. Break your ankles like Barry crisscross. Then I pop how I cute talk. Sharp lines, stay precise. E-Fon Jamal with the take cold as ice. Street slang in the mix, we connect with the block. Retro sound, boom bap, keep it true, never mock. Old school feel with a future type glow. Every word a slam dunk like the human highlight show. This is the anthem, no stopping. VIP podcast, we locked in. Power Jam, watch me glide like Jordan. A black man sell, yeah, we do this often. This is the anthem, no stopping. VIP podcast, we locked in. Power Jam, watch me glide like Jordan. A black man sell, yeah, we do this often. From the court to the mic, yo, the style stay proper. Attraction like models, hits getting harder. We break bread, share jams, knowledge like talk. Every drop timeless like a mural on the wall. Respect the game, it's the culture that we lift. Each word, every ball comes with blessings, it's a gift. Worldwide talk, put the globe on the map. VIP podcast, yeah, the people know that. This is the anthem, no stopping. VIP podcast, we locked in. Power Jam, watch me glide like Jordan. A black man sell, yeah, we do this often. Yeah.
I see. You're the centipede, number one.
Welcome back to the show. Got some emails. Dear Ethan, when I see someone hit a flop better than me, I take it personal, like Link BRYDEN. Sincerely, LeBron James. Agatha in New York. How's it going, Agatha? See, what did I tell you? Sports fans never disappoint on this show. Dear Ethan, we know we suck, but when we lose, we switch to voodoo. Let's go Stanford, SMU, Syracuse, NC State, Vatech, and Pitt. This is your year. Beat the Canes. Sincerely, Knowles Nation. Olivia and Christy in Tallahassee. P.S. All the best to Link BRYDEN going to the majors. Classic email once again. But I have a question, Olivia and Christy. Will you throw a campus party? Let's just say if the Canes don't win the Natty. I'm asking for a friend. All of us want to know. Got another one. Dear Ethan, duck. Canadian chickens are on the loose. Blue Jays in 6. Tyson Moulton in Canada. Maybe that might happen, and we shall see. And I liked how he phrased it, you know, like the nursery song, duck, Canadian chickens. That's a reference to the Duck, Duck, Goose nursery song that they use. So, just so you know, we had a couple of nursery song references in our past episodes. With the knee bone connected to my collarbone. I think Olivia sent that. And then we had the head, shoulders, knees, and toes email. We had quite a few of them. So if you want to revisit those interesting emails, you can check out our other episodes 1 through 4. Things get pretty creative here. But before I get into my college football Jaguars and MJ rant, I want to say we really enjoyed having Link BRYDEN on. And he just informed me just now that he doesn't care who wins the World Series. His team is out of it anyway. That being the Yankees and the Rockies. And I tell you what, the Yankees could use a reliable rotation right now. I mean, who knows, in a couple years from now, we could see Link playing at Yankee Stadium. And we're all for it. Or perhaps the Marlins down in Miami. That could work. Or how about the Melbourne Aces in the KBO? Or the Giants in Tokyo? Or elsewhere? I'm pretty sure Link BRYDEN will not have an issue with any of that. Neither will I or his family. As you already heard in the first half in the interview. We will keep you posted on his endeavors, his journey periodically. Anyway, let me dive into college football rankings right now. We got the following rankings 12-1. The Irish, BYU, Vanderbilt, the U, Ole Miss, Yellow Jackets, Ducks, Bulldogs, Bama, Aggies, Hoosiers, and the Buckeyes to top it off. If the playoffs started today, they would be all in, according to the AP poll. And as you know, the CFP poll makes the final decision on all of that late next month. And I have to say, out of those teams, I think Bama is ranked far too high. I think they should be between 10 and 12, somewhere in there. They should not host a home game in the postseason either. I just don't think they're that good. I think they're a good team, but they're not top tier. I mean, they're not an Ohio State. I don't even think they're good as Indiana. I just don't. I mean, they've already been exposed by Florida State. Say what you want about FSU. They did beat Bama by 2 touchdowns. And because FSU flamed out, that loss looks even worse on Bama. So that could bite them in the end. I mean, I'm just keeping it all the way 100. And how about the Dogs? Maybe. But on second thought, who cares? We're going to find out what teams are really made of next month anyhow. The season will get tougher, stakes will get higher, and the results will be proven by those who are made for the moment. And what I'm saying is this thing is wide open. It's wide open. And I personally want to see a Cinderella team like March Madness. I want to see a team like, let's say, BYU, Texas A&M, Indiana, or Vanderbilt win it all. I want to see that. I think it'll be very good for the sport. We need it. It's time to break up the monopoly. The same old teams always in the end. And I think the NIL is the driving force for that to happen. It's going to happen. And I think we have a good chance of getting that this year. And by the way, speaking of Vanderbilt, they got a shot. Even with that loss to Bama, they still have a shot. And I love Diego Pavia. I mean, that guy can ball out. I totally enjoy watching him play. Got an email. Dear Ethan, FSU who? Is that Feminist Students United? Oh, never mind. My bad. Nothing to see here. We will be okay. Watch and see. Sincerely, the U, John in Miami. And as I stated before, for all those newbies out there wondering why FSU and Miami are still fighting in the emails, please allow me to elaborate on that so you understand what is going on. It all started with, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do this. How about this? Please go back and listen to episodes 1 through 4, then come back to this episode in 5, then you'll understand what is going on. This is probably going to continue throughout the season. I'm just speaking facts here. These two hate each other. I mean, it's all in the love of sports, of course. I suggest you do that and come back because we have to move along and talk some NFL. Speaking of the NFL, let's talk about the Jaguars, who are having a 2-game slide in the loss column after beating KC's cheating, then lost to the Seahawks at home and the Rams in the UK. A lot of people are pointing the finger at drop passes by the wide receivers. Another one is T-Law's inaccuracy on simple passes. And for me, the most glaring is this. They are not using Travis Etienne or Travis Hunter properly, especially Travis Hunter. This guy has an abundance of energy. He's like the Energizer Bunny on both ends. And they have to play him on both sides for at least 50 to 60 snaps each in every game. They just have to. He should be your number one target on offense. You need to use that energy he has against guys when they are tired or not. That's surplus action there, and you're not using it properly. Come on, Jacksonville. Stop wasting time and get it done. Put him on double posts, set him up on long balls that confuse the safeties. It's time to get creative. Let this man ball out. He's Travis Hunter, Heisman winner. This is it. It's either do or die right now. You're sitting at 4-3 on a bye. And when you come off that bye week, you need to blow out your opponents, starting with the Raiders. That's an easy win for you. If you guys lose to the Raiders, I don't know what else to say. Stop all this conservative play, calling nonsense, and unleash the beast. And that's plural. And as for T-Law, if he doesn't turn this thing around this season, and you talk about somebody who's had multiple chances, we gave him a pass with the 2 coaches that didn't work out. I agree that system didn't work too well, but now he has a better system. This is the best system he's had up to this point. And if he doesn't at least make the Super Bowl, and it pains me to say this, as a Clemson fan, I followed his entire career, and I am a T-Law guy. Even despite all of that, he has got to go. He's got to go. Time is up. And I say bring in Shedeur Sanders. Bring Sanders to the Jaguars, because he's not being used anyway. And to this very day, I still think he's the best quarterback in the draft. He's better. And he's being benched for no reason. Well, we already know what that reason is. It's because of jealousy and politics. Get him out of there. Bring him to Jacksonville. Bring him to Duval. And create a new era. This is someone who has amazing chemistry with Travis Hunter. I'm being serious here. Go look at the Colorado games when they used to play. He will get Travis Hunter the ball. Trust me on that. Let me tell you something else what I would do. If I was in charge of decision making for the Jaguars, here's what I would do. I would keep Travis Etienne, and I would go after Rashid Shaheed from the Saints. I would bring him on. I would go after him because he would be an unrestricted free agent after this season. I would get rid of Brian Thomas Jr. This will replace drop passes with lightning speed and someone who could actually catch the ball. You also boost your special teams instantly because Shaheed, he can go. This man can ball out. I would also go after T. Higgins. He will be available in the free agency from the Bengals, a former Clemson alumni. So there you have it. You got 2 new wide receivers to go along with that take it to the house type of player from anywhere in Travis Etienne. You got a quarterback that will put fans in the seats, and amazing upside marketing wise. I mean, he's hot. He's hot in the market. And if he's playing, he's going to be even hotter. So you have that. You also have Kirk there, Penn State alumni, who I like. And you have a defense led by Lloyd and Mr. Allen, who are still a problem. I mean that in a good way. So I'd rather see that in play than what we have now. I'm just keeping it real all the way 100. And you make sure you have Travis Hunter on at least 60 plus snaps on both ends. When he is active, when he's plugged in, you got to keep them locked in. Otherwise, he's going to get bored. And he'll tell you that himself. He gets bored. This guy has an abundance of energy. And I don't want to hear any of these haters out there running their pie holes from their couch dictating how things should go. Or these unqualified pundits in the media. You guys have no idea what you're talking about. Come on, Coach Liam. Aren't you the same guy that said, keep my name out of your mouth? And that was just a few weeks ago, directed at Coach Saleh. Let's fire it up, boss. We got this. Remember, the NFL is all about what have you done for me lately? Just like Janet Jackson back in the day. And T-Law hasn't done anything great since beating the Chargers in the playoffs. That was it. That was the last time he did anything. And speaking of what you have done for me lately, I'm going to shift gears here. The NBA hasn't done anything great since Kobe retired. And some would argue since MJ retired in 2003. And that leads me to my final take at halftime before we get on to the second half and our break. So we got our first glimpse of MJ on NBC. And for me, what I took away are two things. Number one, that intro, the nostalgia brought back memories. And if you weren't around then, you have no clue how significant that tune was. That tune is similar to the final school bell when school was let out. Everything stops. And if it was the Bulls playing the Knicks, or the Pistons, Celtics, Lakers, or whoever, especially the Knicks, people took off work just to watch the game. These games were so popular that crime rates in Chicago and all across the United States fell significantly when the game was on. Even the Crime Watch MJ play, over 30 million plus. That's how it went down. But today, nobody cares. Nobody is watching. That's why their ratings are free falling rapidly. And the second thing is this. He said this.
I wish I could take a magic pill, put on shorts and go out and play the game of basketball today. Because that's who I am. That's that type of competition, that type of competitiveness is what I live for. And I miss it. I miss that aspect of playing the game of basketball.
You can hear the frustration and desire to play today. You can hear it in his voice. Pay it forward. And what does that mean? He doesn't respect the players of today. He doesn't. So he's taken it upon himself to come out from a different angle from the booth to pay it forward. And I mean, let's look at that for a second. I mean, how can you respect the game today? I mean, what do we see? Lollygagging, load management, crying about the hecklers, feminine energy from the players, flopping all over the place, knocking fans $20 beers out of their hands. No defense is being played, chucking threes and missing at an alarming rate, traveling all over the court. And these wannabes talking about that's a bag? No, it's not. Your game stinks. Players can't even palm the ball anymore. They don't know how to entertain. They don't know how to make it exciting for the most part. Integrity has completely left the game. No showmanship. They're not paying it forward. The sport is awful and unwatchable. And it's spreading like a disease around the world in other leagues. It's just flat out awful. I'm just keeping it 100. All right? I don't care if I hurt your feelings. And as a former professional basketball player, athlete, someone who loves the game, I take this personal. I don't want to see the NBA or the game I love stinking it up every night. And then when you call them out on it, they got some weird feminine energy coming back at you. I don't care. You can say what you want. We're going to call it out each and every day if we have to. We're tired of you guys. We're sick and tired of it. And I have a question for the sports fans of the show. How many points per game would MJ average in today's game? Regular season and postseason, under today's rules. Remember, far more possessions, no defense being played. That's today. I'm going to say spot me regular season 45 points per game, and on the postseason, give me 47 points per game. Plus whatever he wanted, and chips will be automatic wins. He'll have that on lock. Put me down for that. But I don't want any scandals, please. We don't want any of that, because right now we do have that. And if you've been under a rock, according to multiple sources, former NBA player, coach Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier have been arrested by the FBI for illegal game betting and rigging games. over 34 individuals across 11 states were detained, and this doesn't look good at all. And I've been saying this from the very start. In fact, years upon years and decades, I said this is the beginning of the end of the black eye era in the NBA. It's over. Next, what will we see? We will see, and I guarantee this, the PED scandals. And we all know who's on the top of that list. And he is not alone in this. It's bigger than you think. You know who I'm talking about. Mr. Biogenesis Labalco, LJ Signature Blames, Mr. Mims, Unclutched Sports, Damon Jones, Chauncey Billups and Company, LaFix. Sports fans, we've been telling you this how many times? We lost count. You guys laughed at us. We're conspiracy theorists. Who's the conspiracy theorist now? It's coming. I mean, look at Labalco's face on the sidelines. Does he look happy? He looks very perturbed, if you ask me. He looks scared. Connect the dots. Think of the timing of everything. At the beginning of the season, they dropped what? They dropped that? Why now? Think of it. MJ's NBC comes out marking the paying it forward era. Then you have the FBA dropping that. I say the timing is very glaring here. Operation Royal Flush. Operation Nothing But Bet. Load managing to enrich yourself with the mafia. Wire fraud, robbery, extortion, money laundering, illegal gambling. We already know what's coming next. If they do that, I mean, anti-doping ain't that far off. I'm willing to bet they're going to drop that pretty soon. Anti-doping charges later in the mix. It's all connected. Where there is smoke, there is fire. Followed by a career of evaporated fluff stats in a blink. It's coming. I predicted this all. This is going to make Lance Armstrong's situation look like Nebraska blowing out Florida in '95 like a close game. I'm telling you, mark my words. They are not messing around. And if you don't know who they is, figure it out. You know exactly who I'm talking about. They see everything. They see the chatter. They have the paper trail. They know what you're going to do before you even think it. I mean, if you ask me, spring cleaning came early. And it's about time. And hurry up already. Hurry up. We want this thing over with quick. And we will continue to follow these stories as they come out. And like I said, and all you conspiracy haters, what do you have to say now? How about don't break the law? Start there. Nothing ever good comes from that. Start there. And this is why I highly recommend going back and listening to our MJ for Commissioner episode at highnavi.com/podcast. And if you want to learn the rules, go to highnavi.com/email podcast. Check it out. Okay, when we come back after the break, we will replay our interview with Scully and friends at Sideline Sports Grill in Okinawa. Keep it locked. You're listening to the VIP's Podcast Global special episode presented by Sideline Sports Grill, High Navy Life, and Golden Sounds.
This is the most dangerous planet, and you've come to hunt an apex predator. Be alone in this hunt.
Predator Badlands in theaters November 7th.
HNSN, The Fan.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Ethan Jamal here from VIP's Podcast Global. As you already know, American football season has arrived, and we are so excited to be back on the air in full force starting September 10th on our radio station and on demand, which can all be accessed on our website. We will be dropping 23 episodes in season 1, covering mostly the NFL and college football and all those lovely emails we always get from our beautiful fans of the show. However, we are also gearing up for season 2 and accepting Gold Club sponsors in Melbourne, Australia, Jacksonville, Florida in the USA, the UK, and Singapore. We are expanding our global footprint and branding with strategic partnerships with 1010XL, Jacksonville, and SEN. This includes working with former pro football players, public figures, and celebrity international DJs to provide you with superlative special events to promote your business. And of course, we are working behind the scenes always with the best digital partners right here on HNSN, Feel the Beat Radio. For more information, please contact us at HiNavi.com. That's HAINAV as in victory, I.com. To claim your partnership, please be informed limited spots are available. How's it going? What's your name and where are you from originally?
My name is KIYOMI and I'm from Miyazaki, Japan.
Okay, and what's your profession?
I'm a bartender at a few different bars. I'm also a graphic designer and an illustrator and an event organizer.
Oh,
Yeah.
the jack of all trades. Okay. What's your favorite item on the menu at Sidelines Grill?
Favorite item? Probably the wings.
The wings?
Buffalo wings.
Why is that?
I love chicken wings.
That's a good reason. Okay. What's your favorite sports team and player and why?
I don't really have one. I guess maybe back in the day, Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Old school.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Pump fake, doubled up. Here's a pass stolen by Jordan. It's a 3-on-2 for the Bulls. Michael on the drive, in for the right. For the jam. And a foul left. Oh, man.
Scully, my man, thank you for allowing us to do the Golden Spotlight on our podcast here at Sidelines Grill. How's it going? And what is up? And what's going on in the kitchen?
Lots going on in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming to join us. Yeah, we really liked having you in. Going on in the kitchen, well, it depends on the date. So today we have a huge crowd comes in on a very short timeline. So we have to curtail our menu a bit. But we still have specials on like fish and chips, and we got a really killer cheesecake that we do especially for Tuesdays. And yeah, we got menu items for everybody really, even today. And then on other days, on regular days, then we have a much fuller menu with like quesadillas and burgers and sandwiches and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, there's something for everybody, even vegans.
Awesome. Okay, so my next question, what's the most popular product on your menu aside from Tuesdays?
So food products?
Yeah, like what you serve. Like
fish and chips. Fish and chips is
you
definitely...
were telling me about the mahi.
Yeah, so we haven't got fish and chips right now. We haven't had for a good few weeks actually, because the water around Okinawa right now is still very, very warm. So the mahi-mahi, which we use and refuse to use any other fish, the mahi-mahi have gone far offshore and deep into cooler water, so nobody's catching. So with no mahi being caught locally, we've had to pull it from the menu for now. But I think things are cooling down a little bit. We should have it back in the next week, I hope.
Okay, that's awesome.
But it's a very popular item, yeah.
Cool, that's good to know. How did you get started in this business?
Personally,
yes.
Out of desperation. a job for a visa.
Oh, okay.
You know, so to stay, and I had 2 little kids, and needed a job to maintain the visa. I had been a customer here previously, so I came into the then manager, said, "Can you give me some job?" She said, "Have you ever worked in a bar before?" I said, "No, never worked in a bar or restaurant." And she said, "I think you got the right kind of personality. Come on," and we trained you up. And the rest is history. About 7 months later, I was managing the place.
Wow.
It was a very steep learning curve, and we've been here ever since.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Where are you originally from again?
I'm Irish. I'm from about an hour outside Dublin, a place called County Westmeath.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Have you gone back recently?
I was home in August. For a couple of weeks. I brought my kids. It was a bit of an epic trip.
Yeah. It was good.
It was a phenomenal
That's
trip.
good, man. That's good. Do you like being here or back in Ireland?
Both. Yeah, they're so totally different. You can't really compare them. I mean, all my own family is home, but then I've got family here as well. You know, I've made my own family here. So once you do that, you throw down roots. You know, so finished building a house here last year. You know, so well settled.
That's good.
Love living in Okinawa. Yeah.
Were you military before?
No,
not at all.
Never,
all right. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So my next question is, what's your favorite sport? I think I know the answer to that, but I'll let you tell it.
It's actually Gaelic football, so it's probably one you've probably never heard of. So it's an Irish sport. So Ireland has 2 unique sports, Gaelic football and hurling.
Jeff Nari, Oisin O'Donoghue, nipping in is Paddy McCormack, heading towards the 20-minute line, wants to pull the trigger now. Paddy McCormack scores. Paddy sets sail.
Favorite player and why?
I'm out of touch right now. I haven't been living at home. I've been living at home in about 15, 16 years. So I'm not totally up to date on it. And where I'm from, County Westmeath, have never been particularly strong. So it's kind of you don't see them on the TV all that much. You know?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, it's a little different, man.
But one of my nephews, so my sister's oldest boy, so there's the minor team and the senior team, you know, for each county. And there's all the different age groups, but he's 17 or 18, and he's actually the minor goalkeeper for County Meath. So let's say Cian Campbell is my favourite player because he's my nephew, and he's playing for a pretty high level. In fairness, yeah.
Awesome. Good stuff there, man. Last question.
Yeah.
If there's something in your business you want to improve, what would it be?
That's a tough one. I'd love to be busy every single night. So what I'm working on right now is trying to find a different hook. If you understand, a different thing for each night. So right now, let's say we do trivia on a Tuesday, and that's a massive success. That has been our biggest success, in fairness. And then on Wednesdays, let's say we have food specials that we change every week. On Wednesday, we half price them. So you can come in, we call it Hump Day Wednesday, Hump Day half price specials. So you can come in and you can get, let's say this week it's a really good club sandwich and a chicken korma curry. So you can get those for half price on Wednesdays, and it changes every week. Thursday is getting popular. We do a darts tournament on Thursday. So we have these really cool darts boards. I'm not sure if you noticed them. So we were using steel tips with cork boards, but we actually have electronic scoring. So we got a pretty cool system, and it's free for the customers to use. So the darts tournament is getting popular on Thursdays, and you can win up to 10,000 yen at the darts tournament. On Fridays I do a happy hour, and on Saturday and Sunday we do bottomless mimosas. But like Wednesdays and Sundays in particular are pretty quiet, and Sunday nights and Wednesdays, and I really want to find something. So that's the thing I want to try, and something interesting for other customers to come in. So we're not trying to get the same people to come back every single day. You can't expect that. So I'd like something to attract a different, a different demographic.
So basically, more foot traffic from different demographics. Right?
Yeah, from different. Yeah, and then all those people then come together at the weekend. So if you can make yourself busy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, Friday, and Saturday, look after themselves.
Right.
So if you can find something different every day for different people every day, then all those people have mixed together happily then on the weekends. And when you got a mixed crowd instead of just one, you don't want all 20-year-olds, you don't want all 50-year-olds, but you want everybody able to mix together, and then it's a much more natural environment then, and people do tend to have a lot more fun when there's different kinds of people around. You know, and then the other thing we'd like to try and do is to try and bring in more local people. So we do have some local Japanese and Okinawan customers, but not that many.
With that being said, would it be okay if we sent you some collaboration opportunities you guys can look over?
Oh, totally. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, always open to any ideas and absolutely.
So there you have it. Such a great time. And we will definitely be back later in the season for the Super Bowl, for some giveaways, and most likely another special episode. I can see that coming. And there's also a strong chance we might do this for college football playoffs. Maybe. We'll see how things go. Anyway, sports fans, it's been a pleasure. As always, until next time, this is Ethan Jamal signing off. Xiao Su Jian, Matane.
HNSN, the fan.